welcome back to another episode of the Overrated or Underrated series, and this is episode 6. So we're definitely we're getting there to episode 10. So of course, if you don't know what Overrated or Underrated is, and if you're new to my channel, and one of the rules for this little game is there's a bunch of little band names and little tags, folded, kind of like a little miniature envelope, I guess, though it's just folded. And the band names are very obscure metal bands, very obscure. And of course, I shake it, like that, and I of course close my eyes so I can blindly pick out all of these, and it's going to end up being random. So that's pretty much how the game goes, and of course I'm supposed to give my thoughts on the band that I pick out. So that's pretty much the whole sort of rules about it, and of course I'll put the rules in the description box as well. So with that said, let's also talk about the band that's playing in the background. This is of course Carnivore, the New York speed metal band that's was known for having the late Pete Steele, who would go on to form like Typo Negative, but this is his speed metal band. Kind of thrashy as well, but here this album is very much close to that new wave of British heavy metal, or even at times like, Venom, Raven, Motorhead, even really early Metallica or Anthrax. It just has, and of course Pete Steele's sing on here is just like a combination of Kronos and Lemmy. Fucking great album. Of course, this is. I just got done watching Scott Waters' videos on the. Oh geez, it was a VCLT video where he got one of the price Trend Killers stuff, which of course was done by Stormspell. Now, of course, Stormspell and their Trend Killers series was inspired by Roadrunner's Price Killers series, which of course here's the catalog right here. Of course. Alright, so of course you got Agent Steel on here, part of the series. Carnivore's Retaliation, which is the second album after this, and the last Carnivore album, Chastain's Mystery of Illusion. There's also some hardcore punk in here, like Circle Jerks and who else? That's pretty much when it comes to that. Racer X, Paradox, Cat, not the Polish band, but the Great Cat. Hollow Z, Fifth Angel, Exciter, just a lot of good bands. Vicious Rumors, which is of course Soldiers of the Night, which is Metal Theologian's favorite album. So let's definitely get on and let's do it. I think this is it right here. Alright, so I picked out a band name. Let's see what this is. Okay, here's a really obscure metal band right here. This is an Italian metal band. This is Fingernails. They have a few demos, but they did release an album in I think like 1986. Definitely a really obscure metal band, and the only way I found out about the band was through a cover by Baphomet's Blood. I think it was like Heavy Metal Forces. Really good track, and I wanted to check out the band, and of course it's a very Motorhead sounding band. Just definitely good. Obviously definitely underrated, but that Fingernails album would be reissued by King Fowley's label, Old Metal Records. So if you ever come across that reissue, I definitely would say get it, or even if you find the original pressing. Underrated band. That's all I have to say. They're definitely underrated. So I can't say too much. So until then, wow, I'm fucking up. So let's get back in here. Again, I can't say too much on the Fingernails because they really are not so much known, and they're just an underrated band. That's all. So shut up and let's shake this. Legend. Now, this isn't to be confused with the US Legend, the one that released their only album in 1979. No, this is the British band, which I got this disc actually, at least the comp or 2 anthology disc. This band right here, which is the British Legend, band that did like, you know, Death in the Nursery or their self-titled album, Frontline. Just a new wave of British heavy metal band, and also a very underrated band, if you ask me, because this band is their first album, which is just really it's almost on the prog side. It's a very progressive rock album, but it's also very heavy. It's also very, you know, just pure rockin'. That's pretty much all I can say. And you don't hear a whole lot of British prog bands really play, you know, that type of, you know, rockin' style of progressive rock. And then you got Death in the Nursery, which is a very much a almost Motorhead sort of sounding album. It's a little more like close to Diamond Head, in a way. Just really underrated band. And then of course you got the Frontline EP, which Stormers of Heaven would later be covered by Flight, the Norwegian hard rock heavy metal band. Really underrated band. That's all I gotta say. They do have 2 albums released in like the 2000s, which I haven't been able to get around to listen to, but those I'll still be looking out for. But these early stuff, like the debut, Death in the Nursery and Frontline, are actually pretty good. Of course, this was released through the Forged in Fire label, which is pretty much a sub-label of Rockadrome. So there's that. Let's definitely go with one more band now. Alright, here's definitely a known band right here, actually. Kind of known. They're on the Mausoleum Records label and Earthshaker. This is Fact. They're a German metal band. They, of course, you know, as a matter of fact. And there's another album released after it that I don't know the name of. I know the album cover, but the title of that album isn't coming to me. Fact are very much a accept sounding metal band. Of course, singer is definitely got a bit of a Udo Dirkenschneider, you know, singing to him. Production though isn't very the best, but you know what? It's got a youthfulness to it. It's not a bad album, not a bad band at all, but I know there's some people that I'm friends with that like Fact, Painkiller, but to be quite honest, it's not all that great in some ways. It's not fantastic stuff, but still is very enjoyable. It's still stuff, that you can still put on and be able to get through the day with. But it's not, fantastic stuff. It's not, the greatest shit on the planet. But it is definitely not that bad. It's definitely worth a listen. I guess I can go with one more. This is the last. Another German band now. Okay, this is definitely also a known German speed metal band. They also get tagged as thrash. This is Victim. Rules of Mystery, Speed Revolution. Definitely not a bad band. Speed Revolution's also pretty good. Rules of Mystery's not too bad. Again, they only released 2 albums. They're on like God, what label were they on? I want to say Earthshaker, but it's not Earthshaker. It's not Mausoleum. I'll give it time. I can't think of a fucking record label, but I may put it down in the description box, or maybe in this video somewhere, who knows. But, not a bad band, really. Is it also great stuff? Maybe not, but it's still stuff that's worth a listen. Just good German speed metal that has, that kind of borders on thrash. Definitely good stuff, I would say. So until then, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope I turned you on some new bands, to check out. So until then, this is Heavy Thrasher saying I'm out. I'll see you later. Alright, I'm back for a little bit. I forgot to kind of say on which, if Fact or Victim are underrated or overrated. I would say both these 2 bands right here are underrated. Definitely underrated bands. That's all I gotta say. So, did I see anything more also on like Legend and Fingernails? You know what? I think I did. To be quite honest, this is probably the one episode where I say all these bands are underrated. So until then, later.